folks, how's it going? Welcome to Guitar Daily. It's Nick Granville coming to you from Wellington, New Zealand. So today I thought I'd talk about playing chord changes on the blues. Now I've kind of discussed this sort of stuff a little bit, but I thought I'd use a minor blues as an example because I haven't really kind of talked about minor blues so much yet. So a typical minor blues would be 4 bars of C minor, and then to F minor for 2 bars, C minor, and then A flat 7 for a bar. In this case I'm playing A flat 13, but same thing, right? G7 of some sort, so G7 sharp 5 back to C minor, right? And that's your typical 12 bar form on a minor blues. So the thing with it is, if we're going to play chord changes, right, it's a little different from kind of playing minor pentatonic over the whole lot, because playing minor pentatonic over the whole lot can totally work, right? Can sound great. I mean, Eric Clapton's done that his whole career, right? But to me, it's like just adding a little bit of sophistication by hitting the chord changes as they move just takes your playing to a whole nother level, kind of like what Robben Ford does, who I talked about the other day in a lesson. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But the way we do that is if we look at like what are the key chord tones to hit. So on a C minor chord, in this case I'm playing C minor 7, but C minor is the type, the 7th, the 9th, whatever is an extension. But the important notes in there really are the 3rd, right, and the flat 7th. Those are the two that give it kind of they're the ones that give it its value, if you will. Alright, so we have the root note, then we have the 3rd, in this case the flattened 3rd, and we have the 7th, in this case the flattened 7th, because that's the key. So the two notes I'm going to target on are those two. And then when we go to the F minor, you will notice the 3rd is now here, and the 7th is here. So this note actually is common to both. The C minor, it's the minor 3rd, and on the F, it's the flat 7th, right? This note here is the flat 7 of the C, moves down to an A flat to be the minor of the F chord. So what we can do just simply by adjusting that and using those as target notes is kind of spell out the chord changes. So I'm going to play a little thing by myself, no track this time, and you should be able to hear the chord change go by. I'm going to pivot on those notes. I'm not going to only play those notes, but I'm going to make them my target notes that I go there. So 1, 2, 3. So you should have been able to hear quite clearly that I went to the F minor, right? Same thing happens on the A flat 7 chord. Right, our 3rd and our 7th. So if I jump the 3rd up an octave, I have here. So those are my two notes that are the target notes. And then for the G7, it would be a B and an F. Those two, and then back to. So my target notes overall, a C would be this. On an F chord would be this. At the F minor, back to the C minor, and then on the A flat 7, on the G7, back to the C. So I'll show you, I'll just demonstrate a little solo, and I'm going to just try and hit as many of those as possible. Of course, we can play them in different octaves. And then you can really create some sounds that become a little more sophisticated. I wouldn't call this jazz playing, right? To me, this is the way I see it is informed blues playing. And that's something I like to do. When I play the blues, I prefer to play kind of more an informed version of the blues. Now we can take this further, we can move these into other octaves, we can do all kinds of stuff with it. But start there. Start just simply by trying to find the target notes of the third and the seventh relating to each chord, and then see if you can kind of make your ideas and your licks kind of end on those or start on those where applicable, right? And we've got 4 bars of C minor, and then it goes to the F minor. Make sure it's a really distinct change when you get there. I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I've kind of gone over some of this stuff quickly. I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, my usual Sunday one, and I'm going to do a big kind of recap over all this stuff. So if there's anything I've gone over too quickly, join me for the live stream. It'll be about somewhere between 6:30 and 8 p.m. New Zealand time on a Sunday. So look up what that's going to be wherever you are, because it'll be different for everyone. But the thing I would say with all this stuff with the blues, and this is really important that you understand, is that the thing to playing this music well is you need to do it a lot. That's really it. The more you do it, the more you're going to figure out the things that work and the things that don't, right? And you are going to get better at it and better at it and better at it with time and experience, right? So get out and play, attend jam sessions, get together with other musicians, play this music together, and you'll develop into a better blues musician, right? Just by doing it, and do it lots, and practice the stuff too. If you get home and if you do go to a jam session, you play something, you go, I didn't quite make those target tones as I would. That's the time to work on it when you're home, and then go back to the jam session and present it again. And you might get it wrong 3 times, but the 4th time you'll nail it, right? And that's the cool thing. You nail it the 4th time, and then you move on and you develop from there. So yeah, keep going with this music. The blues to me is it's fundamental to so much music. There'd be no Jimmy Page, no Jimi Hendrix without the blues. There'd be no Bob Dylan, because Mike Bloomfield was a blues player, right? So pretty much all the music we listen to, other than classical music, really all derive from the blues in some way, shape, or form, right? It's such a powerful music that it deserves your attention. So yeah, please do that. That'd be great. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I post every day on YouTube. My name's Nick Granville, as I mentioned. I'm a Wellington, New Zealand-based guitar player. I play this thing for my living. And I do all kinds of stuff, from session work to playing with orchestras to... I've put out albums. If you haven't got this one, go and get it. It's free on Bandcamp, Reamped. Just download it for free. Check it out. I want you to listen. That's the main thing.